It's Friday Night Baseball here on the Dr. DeLay Sports Network, featuring your Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves been one of the best teams, if not the best team, in all of baseball all year, coming in with a 42-21 record. The Pirates, 34-29. Again, believe it or not, one of the best records in all of baseball. Can they keep it going? Again, a tough matchup tonight, but again, everyone plays each other, so you know it's got to happen. Of course, we still have to host the Braves later down the road. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, we have a great one tonight. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in for this one. Again, should be a interesting game. Starting pitcher for the Atlanta Braves is going to be Martin Perez. He actually was on the Pirates not too long ago. Had very little success with the Pirates while he was in Pittsburgh, but has found success in Atlanta. 3-3 record, 2.79 ERA, whip of a 1.06. He has been pretty good. And, of course, he's a lefty. So the Pirates, again, they're only 5-10 against lefties. It's not going to look good tonight, but, you know, again, any given day, anything can happen. These Pirates, again, have been putting up runs at will. Maybe that happens tonight for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Again, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Appreciate you, Theo, Anthony, Draven, SB, Russell, everyone tonight. Tom, I think I saw Seema as well. Russell, again, thank you very much. Claire Edwards pulling for the Braves. Well, welcome on in. Good luck to your Braves. Miss Donna, appreciate you for tuning in. Ridlin as well. Scott. Who else we got? Daniel, appreciate you, man. Ricky, as always, thank you guys for hanging out. Lord Wamp here, appreciate you, man. Again, we should have a good one. Starting lineup for the Pirates, it's going to be Nick Gonzalez, and he'll be followed by Brandon Lau, Brian Reynolds, Marcell Ozuna, O'Neal Cruz, Joe Stinson Garcia, Spencer Horwitz, Jared Triolo, and Henry Davis. It is the same lineup they ran out there in the loss against Houston. Of course, again, they put up runs, so it's not like this lineup cannot score at all. They can. But obviously, it's not a lineup that inspires a lot of faith. So, we'll have to depend on those guys that normally don't start a lot, like Ozuna, Joe Stinson, and again, Jared Triolo is going to be starting for a while now because, you know, Griffin won't be back till the Dodger series, which, you know, is closer than it seems. And then Henry Davis, hopefully he can, again, add a home run in his last game. Hopefully he can keep that going. Russell, thank you for the $10 super chat. I do appreciate it. W's for Russell. Thank you very much, sir. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Spectacular, how's it going? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Who else do we have here? Tom Fisher, welcome on in. Can we tough? Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one. Jason, welcome on in as well. Again, thank you guys all for hanging out for this one. I will appreciate you, man. Hank as well. All right, we are ready for some action. Nikki G at the plate. Here is the first pitch. That's going to be inside ball one as we're underway here in Atlanta. Don't think there's anybody on the screen for some reason on the 3D side. So let me go ahead and reset that. Here's the 1-0 to Nikki G. That misses inside ball two to Speedy Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez batting .313, OPS of 754, 2 home runs, and 29 RBIs. 2-0 counts. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. It's 2-1, 81, pardon me, on the changeup. Chat's over here. Let's go, Bucks. Appreciate you, Vinyl, for tuning in. 2-1. Perez kicks and deals. That's going to be fouled off his foot. 2-2 to Speedy Gonzalez. Connor Griffin, they just felt like he needed to be off for 10 days. Not really a good reason. Again, his forearm was why he was DHing for a little bit, but yeah. 2-2 count to Gonzalez. Perez kicks and deals. That's going to be a changeup downstairs. 3-2 to Nikki G. But yeah, Connor should be out until the Dodger series. So he'll probably miss the first game. Should be back during that series. 3-2. Perez kicks and delivers. That's downstairs. Called strike three. Gonzalez going to challenge. Man, this was close. I thought it was down. We'll see. This is huge. And, oh, man, he struck out looking So it did catch the zone. And now, of course, against the best team in baseball, you're down to 1 challenge. All right, now to bring up Brandon Lowe's, batting .257, OPS of .872, 15 home runs and 40 RBIs on the season. And thank you, Russell. I appreciate it. How's it going, Brian? Welcome on in. Here is the pitch to Lowe. That's off the plate there. Ball 1. Sinker at 89 miles an hour. Connor's bat would have been huge tonight. Yeah, for sure. For sure. 1-0 to Brandon Lowe. The pitch. And that's going to be on the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1. Of course, you know, losing that challenge earlier usually does mean the Pirates will be very conservative with the challenges, as that's downstairs 2-1 to Lowe. So, yeah, just a tough break. Two and 1 counts. Perez readies, begins his windup, the pitch, and that's going to be chopped foul. 2-2, 82 on the changeup. So about an 88, 89 mile per hour fastball / sinker, and then his changeup around 81, 82. That was enough of a difference to get the Pirates to be out in front. 2-2 to Brandon Lowe. Perez readies, begins the windup. Here is the pitch. That's downstairs slider. 3-2 to Brandon Lowe. I was going, Kirby, welcome on in. Yes, I did actually watch it. I don't know if I really buy it. Obviously, that guy, yeah, he's definitely like a pretty bad person. I don't really buy the chanting or whatever. That's going to be a throw over to first for out number 2. Yeah. No, the guy himself, yeah, no, he does not, yeah, it seems like a bad person. But no, I don't really buy the ritual thing. But, you know, definitely we'll keep that in mind going forward. Brian Reynolds at the plate, batting .270, OPS of .820, 6 home runs and 39 RBIs on the season. Reynolds, of course, again on a tear as of late, and has done really well from the right side of the plate. So that's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Reynolds. Jug of water. It's the glass. But yeah. Beat Bucks take 3 of 6, and that's the win against the Braves and Dodgers. Griffin is needed back badly for sure, AJ, as that's going to be a chopper to short, charging in, throws to first, gets Reynolds by a step. Out number 3. The Pirates go 1-2-3 as we go to the bottom of the first, 0-0 in Atlanta. So thank you again, AJ, for the $5 super chat. I do appreciate it. And yeah, again, to me, we just take 1. That's a win, in my opinion, especially on the road. Any tough series? Oh, for sure. Again, appreciate you, Dwayne, for hanging out. But yeah, definitely take 1. I'll be pretty happy with it. Oh yeah, I mean, had we swept Houston, not saying that, you know, I would have been happy with, you know, getting swept by the Braves, but would have definitely made it more manageable to go 3-3 on a road trip. Again, that's a win. Just to go 500, you know, or win it out, you know, if it's a 7-game road trip, 4-3, that would be awesome. But yeah, definitely need 1. It would be great to get it out of the way, because then, you know, anything else is gravy. Go Pirates. Again, appreciate you, Brian. Thank you guys all for hanging out for this one. Hopefully, again, it's a Pirates W. And, of course, there's a lot of Braves content creators as well, so I got a lot of competition. Don't really expect a huge crowd, but we'll see. All I can do is my best, but, of course, I'll be pushed down the algorithm. Due up for the Braves here. Well, there's your starting lineup. Ronald Acuna is going to be out in right. Michael Harris to follow. Then it'll be Matt Olson, Ozzie Albies, Mauricio Dubon, Dominic Smith, Austin Raleigh, Mike Yastrzemski, and Sandy Leon. Starting pitcher for the Pirates is Mitch Keller. He is 5-2 on the year, 4.35 ERA, whip of a 1.17. Of course, he's been kind of inconsistent as of late. Well, just really in general since the season started. Not really as of late, the entire time. But that's kind of what he is. He can be really good. He can also be really bad. And he also has struggled here. I saw a stat prior to this game. His ERA in Truist Park, the home of the Braves, it's over a 10. That's going to be Sky to shallow right. Lau is running out there, but so is Garcia. It's going to be Lau who makes the catch. One pitch, one out. So that is a big bat there. Again, Acuna. Somewhat of a slow start for him. OPS of 804, but still pretty solid, especially on the base paths. But that'll bring up Michael Harris. He's batting .301, OPS of 855, 13 home runs, and 37 RBIs. He's had a very nice season for the Braves. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1, 92 on the outside part of the plate. Doing all three. I cannot, Russell. Again, I'll be gone tomorrow. That'll be the first game I miss in forever, in 2 months. As that's going to be cranked to right. That's going to be a foul ball. First, yeah. Dang. I want to say the last Pirates game I missed was during the Orioles series. The 0-2, that's way upstairs, 1 and 2. Man, and I was also streaming that day as well. I just, at the time, there was different priorities. Yeah. I will be gone. It was a nice streak. Nintendo 64. Here's the 1-2. Checks the swing. Did he go? Yeah, he did not. 2-2 to Michael Harris. Center fielder with some power again. 13 home runs. Keller readies as he delivers. That's a tapper foul. Defense. That's going. Sean, welcome on in. Good evening from the Cummings family. Stephanie, Sean, Paul, Peter, Tabitha, Esther, and Ruby send Friday evening blessings. Well, thank you very much, Sean. Hopefully everything is well with you guys as well, as that's going to be chopped foul. 2-2. NASCAR, no. I'll be back Sunday. I mean, I'll be back Saturday night. Yeah, I'm just missing one game. 2-2. Keller delivers. That's once again tapped foul. Harris is kind of working this guy, kind of making up for the one pitch out by Acuna. For tomorrow night's game will be on free on MLB Network. There you go. That's big if true, for sure. Well, I don't know if it's night, though. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out and is tagged out by Davis. Woo-hoo! So 2 down. Yeah, I think it's in the afternoon, but again, if you guys can get it, that's great. Matt Olson will be at the plate, batting .269, OPS of 898, 17 homers and 47 RBIs on the season. Again, there are plenty of Braves content creators calling the game, though the friend of the channel is not calling the game tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 90 on the cutter, 0-1. Let's go, Troy. Welcome on in. 0-1. Keller delivers. That's going to be a cutter inside. 1-1 to Matt Olson. Chris, welcome on in. Appreciate you, Casey, for hanging out as well. 1-1 count. The pitch. That's going to be upstairs there on the fastball. 2-1. 94 on the four-seamer. Giants go on the Cubs. Yep. Any given day, the Giants playing good baseball. They beat the Brewers last two games. Blew out the Cubs. The 2-1, and that's going to be sent out to shallow right. On the run is Lau, and Lau, oh, he drops it! Garcia was on the run, but Lau, I think, was just dead set on making the catch. Well, unfortunately, he did not. So I don't know if that's going to be an error. Don't really know. That's not ideal. Regardless, I don't know. This might make it really small. Just put a reached on air, but I'm not too sure. As that'll bring up Ozzy Albies, batting .279, OPS of 779, 10 homers and 34 RBIs. As Keller sets and delivers, that's going to be fouled. 0-1. Orville, welcome on in. Just getting in for us. There we go. Tomorrow's game is at 4 on MLB Network. All right, so 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. You guys can watch it if you have MLB Network. That is great stuff. 0-1, the pitch. Checks his swing. Did he go? Did not. 1-1. That is good stuff. And you think the Panthers will do the season? To be honest, more of the same. Which I know they made the playoffs. Oh, and I think Albies went there on that check swing. And I expect the division to be a little bit better. The 1-1, that's going to be fouled back 1-2. Yeah, probably 8-9, 9-8. Holden, welcome on in. I know Holden's a Panthers fan. There we go. Giants have been our friends recently for sure. Yeah. No kidding. Looks they took 2 or 3 from us, so that's good. That's good that they're doing the same to the rest of the NL Central. Checks his swing. Did not go again. 2-2 to Ozzie Albies. The NL Central just balanced division. Are all the teams mediocre or bad? Timestamp, man. I don't know if I've ever heard you say a good take. I'm not going to lie. I'll have to look back at your history. 2-2 count the pitch. That's upstairs 3-2 to Ozzie Albies. What does that even mean? Everyone's just mediocre or bad. That is crazy. That is an interesting take for sure. 3-2 counts. Here is the pitch. That's off the plate, ball 4. So Keller walks Albies. Again, this inning extended due to the, I'm assuming that was an error there by Olsen, or no, pardon me, Olsen, Lau. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. Then I'll bring up Mauricio Dubon. He's batting .255, OPS of .710, 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. The pitch, that's upstairs, ball 1. See about the Orioles broadcaster that got suspended for reading a graphic. No. That's interesting. I'd have to look into that. 1-0 to Dubon as Keller sets the pitch. And that's going to be fouled back. 93 right down the middle. 1-1 to Dubon. Orioles broadcaster got suspended. Really? No, I've not heard that. Friend from church invited us over to watch the game tomorrow. Paul has a Braves hat and Peter has a Pirates hat. Should be a great time. Oh yeah, sounds great. That sounds awesome. 1-1 count. The pitch. That's fouled off his foot. 1-2. Pirates sending out, again, arguably their best pitcher tomorrow, and it's a shame, again, I won't be able to watch him pitch. Braxton Ashcraft. He's been a stud. One and 2 as Keller looks back at second. The pitch. That's a chopper to third. Gonzalez gonna race to third and beat Olsen for out number 3. That kind of, he just feel like he made a decision late there. Doesn't matter. He made the play. Out number 3. We go to the top of the second inning. 0-0 in Atlanta. Dogs fed, watered, and loved on. There we go. How's it going, Michael? Pulling for the Pirates. That's a shock. How's it going, Becky? Welcome on in. Triska's the go. Yeah, he's pretty good. Like number 66. Oh, man. Execute order. Execute order 66. As soon as I get on 2 people on base. Yep. It is all you, Tris. We'll check out some scores real quick. Seattle and Detroit tied at 1 apiece. Philadelphia leading 5-2 over the White Sox. The Yankees leading 1-0 over the Red Sox. Orioles and the Blue Jays 1-1 at the bottom of the second. Rays 3, Marlins nothing. And then the final score again. If you didn't hear about it, I'm sure you'll see on the ticker below. The Giants all over the Cubs, 18-3. The Cubs now 33-31 as they continue to trend in the wrong direction. But again, they came back and won last night. And I still think that this is just not a good stretch. They're still a fine team. but definitely a cause for concern if you're a Cubs fan. Nice switch back. Well, no, you're good. You're good, man. Michael, you watch who you want to watch. Doc is the GOAT. That is not true. Graphing about how they haven't been playing well against Tampa Bay, but hoping to turn around and win. Yeah, got himself suspended. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. And again, it kind of goes to, give you a little bit more insight on why, I know there's a lot of criticism, for the broadcasters always being like, yes men and all that. Well, it's because if they don't, then they'll get fired or suspended or whatnot. Marcell Ozuna is going to be up to the plate here for the Pirates as he's going to be leading things off, getting a standing ovation. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't see this in Pittsburgh for how he's played for the Pirates, and I'll explain why. Again, as you can see, he's batting 190, OPS of 582, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. Let's just trade him to the Braves since they like him so much. He'll be followed by O'Neal Cruz and Jostinson Garcia. Ozuna with a big smile on his face. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a called strike. 88 on the sinker. Yeah, that was really odd. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's a ground ball to third as Riley throws to first for out number 1. And that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz, batting .269, OPS of 831, 14 home runs, and 44 RBIs. How's it going, Nick? Welcome on in. Kevin Brown is his name. Kevin Brown, Orioles. Okay. Whole schedule out for college football. I mean, who they're playing, but not the specific times for later in the season. That's going to be right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 to Cruz. Perez at 17 pitches, for those wondering. Here is the pitch, and that is going to be inside. Looks like the catcher thought about challenging. Does not. Would have won the challenge had he done so. 1-1 to O'Neal Cruz. 1-1. Perez rocks and fires. That's going to be at the knees. 1-2. 88 on the sinker. One and 2 counts as Perez kicks and deals. That's a slider away. 2-2. 81 on the slider, though it said cutter. I don't know about that. A lot of movement there. 2-2. Perez rocks and fires. That's, well, should have been called strike 3. And it looks like the catcher is going to ensure that's going to be called strike 3. He's going to win the challenge. Yep. 2 away here for the Pirates. Going to bring up Jostinson Garcia, is batting .219, OPS of 515, no homers and 2 RBIs. Cheers for all those home runs hit for the Braves. Yeah, no, he was good there. Not good for the Pirates. Maybe he can channel his inner Brave here at the Braves. As Perez readies, begins, and delivers. Sweeper away. 1-0 to Garcia. How's it going, BB? Welcome on in. 1-0. Perez kicks and delivers, as that's going to be fouled back 1-1 to the password. Jostinson Garcia, a.k.a. the password. Of course, again, you can just kind of look at his name and, well, you can see why. The right fielder, Jostinson Garcia. 1-1 count to Garcia, as that's going to be sent out to right field. But it looks like it's right at Acuna, who makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates yet again as we go to the bottom of the second, 0-0 in Atlanta. How's it going, Leo? Welcome on in. Doc makes listening to baseball enjoyable. Well, thank you. I don't know about all that, but I try. Thank you. Thank you for that. Hopefully hopefully I can enjoy a Pirates win. Would be great. Again, would be, you get your 3 wins on the road, and at that point, again, Saturday, Sunday, you just got to just take one, and then you're good. Then you're good. But maybe even Pirate fans will kind of back off on the Pirates. But I don't know. I do not know. Do it for the Braves will be Dominic Smith, Austin Riley, and Mike Yastrzemski. You look at this lineup, again, not a bad lineup at all. Obviously, not having some of their main players, but definitely a lineup that can get on base. Folks, make sure, of course, to leave a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Again, it is free to do either or both. Again, trying to get to 150 on the likes. We've had a nice streak of 200. We'll see how that works again. Pardon me, a lot of competition tonight covering this game, so I don't know how I'm gonna really do until really the end. So, and of course, it helps that the Pirates will be winning, but you know, we'll see how that goes. But again, thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to hit the like button, as again it just pushes out the stream to more and more potential viewers, trying to build the baseball part of the channel even further. Dominic Smith, the DH for the Braves, he'll be up. He's batting .308, OPS of 812, 5 home runs and 25 RBIs on the season. As they're highlighting Carmen Majinski's stats from yesterday again. Had that home run, but then after that was pretty darn good, as that's going to be a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike as we're back underway in the bottom of the second. Again, Smith at the plate. He's a lefty. A lot of lefties there for the Braves. 0-1 the pitch. That's a ground ball to first. Horowitz has it and takes it himself to the bag for out number 1. And that'll bring up Austin Riley. He's batting .204, OPS of 632, 8 homers and 32 RBIs. Just a lot of RBIs. I mean, from this lineup, 21, 37, 47, 34, 33, 25, 32, 17. And of course, Leon has 0. He doesn't really play much, but definitely a team that's knocking in a lot of runs. So of course, again, the Pirates are definitely capable of that as well. But these guys, again, they are the best in the business at the moment, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1. Austin Riley. Again, Mitch Keller, 26 pitches. For those wondering on pitch count. Talking about the Pirates continue the push for 162-0. I think they can. That's going to be upstairs 101. They are just, again, undefeated. Pirates now, what was it, 63-0? 99 to go. It's pretty simple. It's not that hard to win every game. 1 would count the pitch. That misses upstairs. 2-1, 93 on the fastball. Your stickers disappeared. Are you talking about the emojis? Emojis are there. Let me just go ahead and spam them. There's the 2-1. That's a sweeper away. 3-1. They are there. What in the world is it not? There we go. 3-1 the pitch. Nemesis is upstairs, ball 4. So I guess being really careful there with Austin Riley. Does have 8 homers on the season, but again, it's, you know, OPS only of 632. That'll bring up Mike Yastrzemski, the longtime Giants. Was traded, I believe, to the Royals last year, and then signing with the Braves in the offseason, batting .245, OPS of 702, 3 home runs and 17 RBIs. Keller readies and delivers. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1. I again, last year, obviously I did the Pirates, but also I did bounce around a lot more. I wasn't covering every Pirates game. You know, the crowd wasn't really there. Pirates were bad, so. But yeah, I covered a lot of Giants games, and Yastrzemski reminded me of Reynolds, but not really for the play, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-2. Yastrzemski, again, not a bad player by any means, but it was really more for the raging, just whenever there was a bad call at the plate, you know, when he was at the plate, he would lose his mind. He would go ballistic and start shouting at himself, but clearly towards the umpire. I don't know, I feel like they would get along if they were ever on the same team. 0-2 counts. Keller readies. Kicks, delivers. Sweeper almost hits him. Yastrzemski appealing that he was hit. Yastrzemski saying it hit him. It's like, oh, the umpire's like, all right, I guess you can go ahead. Really, did it hit him? Where did it? Oh, yeah, hit him on the ankle. Man, that's interesting. All right, well, I believe it's going to be a hit by pitch. That's going to put runners at first and second with 1 out. How's it going, DZ? I am definitely not the man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming to the Pirates game. Much appreciated. Thought you said you're going on vacation. Tomorrow won't be here. That's not really a vacation. Mini vacation 2 weeks from now. Thursday and Friday I will be gone. The Pirates don't play Thursday. And the Friday game I'll be missing would be the Pirates and the Rockies will be coming back Saturday. And I should be home in time to cover that game that night. Don't see them when I click the smiley. Might have to like log out and log back in. Maybe not log out, but just like close the app and then come back in. There's that is bunted foul. Sandy Leon at the plate, batting .067, OPS of 134, no homers, no RBIs. I promise you, they're there. I definitely am not hiding them from anybody. 0-1 count as Keller looks back and delivers. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Sandy Leon. Carl Yastrzemski. Son, yeah, no, that makes more sense there. 0-2, the pitch. Right down the middle, called strike 3, struck him out. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Ronald Acuna Jr. Again, not a guy you want in this situation. If you're the Pirates, if you're the Braves, will definitely flew out in his first appearance. He randomly disappeared. I don't know, that's kind of odd. Glad to see the Bucks in solid second place above the Cardinals and Cubs, yeah. Hope they can keep going until they play the Brewers. We're ready. The pitch. And that's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1. 78 on the curveball. Grandson. Okay. How's it going, Gary? Welcome on in. Favorite baseball announcer? Oh, man. It's a lot of pressure. 0-1. Keller looks back and delivers. That's going to be sent to right center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Garcia's there. Throws to third. Run is going to score. Runner is safe at third. And I think Acuna just took... No, he did not. He thought about going to second. Does not. That is a RBI single for the Braves as they lead 1-0. Shooting a curveball the other way. Yeah, that is definitely a bummer. As that'll bring up Michael Harris, who struck out in his first appearance. Keller kicks and delivers. That's a fastball in there for a called strike. 0-1. Harris wanted to challenge, does not. Again, he walked Riley and then hit Yastrzemski. So Keller, again, just has no one to blame on himself. Obviously, yeah, he'd like Lau to be in his traditional spot. They were playing the shift. He was straight up. 0-1. Pickoff attempt, but he is safe and sound. Oh, and 1 counts to Michael Harris. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. The pitch, and that's a chopper. 2 second. Lau with it, throws to first. Tougher play than it really should have been. But they do get him out. The Braves do score, though. Again, Ronald Acuna with an RBI single as the Braves lead 1-0 over the Pirates. Lord Wamp with the Go Braves. All right, we'll check out scores again. The Tigers leading 3-1 over the Mariners. Phillies leading 5-3 over the White Sox. The Orioles and the Blue Jays 1-1. The Red Sox leading 2-1 over the Yankees. Wow, look at that. The Rays 3, Marlins nothing, and that is all for now. And of course, again, the Giants all over the Cubs, 18-3. It's weird. It's just the Giants again. They've been so bad, and now they're starting to win. But again, that's baseball, though. Maybe they're starting to catch fire a little bit. Unforced errors. Yep. Unforced errors. I do those all the time. Let's go Pirates. Does your wife listen to calls? She used to a lot. More so as of late. Not as much. But that was more because just to keep an eye on chat to make sure the chat was good while I was focused on the game and stuff like that. But yeah, she does every now and then. She'll have them out. Have the call out. Like if she gets sleepy. She's told me, like, when she's going to bed, she'll have the call. So that way, I'm kind of there, but obviously I'm not, because I'm calling this. But yeah, there'll be times where she does. If you're pulling for the Red Sox, I think most people are. Most people are. Especially against the Yankees, for sure. Need some runs, very competitive team. Yep. Let's go Pirates again. Thank you, Cody, for hanging out. Due up for the Pirates will be Spencer Horwitz, Jared Triolo, and Henry Davis. So again, Spencer Horwitz, usually a guy that is at the top of the order, but for today, of course, with the lefties, slides down a little bit. Batting .285, OPS of .838, 7 home runs and 26 RBIs. The pitch is going to be fastball away, 1-0. Horwitz. Time to relax now. He heard Yankees, got to tune in. Judge out 6 weeks. I know that is tough. That is a tough loss. That is outside 2-0. I'm telling you, if the Yankees are like 500 or worse without Judge, then you just know they're just not a good team. They're going to let one player sink them like that. So that's going to be off the plate there. 3-0. Leon thought about challenging, does not. Pirates are interviewing Jared Jones right now. Again, Jones kind of all over the place yesterday, but only allowed actually didn't allow a run at all, as that's going to be in there for a called strike 3-1. Again, would have liked to see him go out there for the 6, but, at the end of the day, they get the win. That's all that matters. But definitely would like to see him, if he's only at 74 pitches, go to the 6 next time out, as that's going to be a breaking ball away. Ball 4. Horwitz, the first base runner for the Pirates. As that'll bring up Jared Triolo's batting .222, OPS of .570. No homers and 6 RBIs. And rumors on Bucks going for players before the trade deadline. There's a bunch of rumors. As far as rumors for position players, I don't buy them at all. The Pirates are fine. It would really make no sense to really spend more on the offense when their offense is already a top offense in baseball. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Yeah, you'd like to see more depth, but for the most part, we have bigger priorities in the bullpen. The pitching is really a bigger issue. So apparently, though, yeah, I've seen in the chat multiple people have mentioned Kirby Yates before. He's a reliever for the Angels. That bunt is going foul. It's 0-2 to Triolo. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see some bullpen help, but that's really it. Really just the bullpen, the Kirby Yates. And of course, the Pirates have been, Aroldis Chapman because he pitched there before. Doesn't really mean that they're gonna bring him, but would be pretty cool. 0-2 counts. Perez delivers. That's going to be high and inside there on the sinker. 1-2. Now that the Yankees are out of contention, maybe they can give us Garrett Cole or something. What you think about that, Orville? 1-2 counts. The pitch, and that's going to be sent, and that's going to get down in left center field. Harris is there, throws it in. Triolo safe at second. Horwitz at third. So Triolo stretching that out into a double. Look at Tree go. Runners on second and third with nobody out. Triolo again, he can move. He's kind of an athlete. Did not expect him to go to second there. The camera work was pretty bad, so I apologize on the delay. Look at that again. Horwitz going to third. Triolo Man, going to second. So second and third, nobody out. Henry Davis at the plate again at a grand slam just a few nights ago. Here's the pitch, and that's a chopper, foul, 0-1. Almost hits Jared Jones, who's on the interview. Oh, geez. 0-1 to Davis, batting 143, OPS of 533, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. Let's go, Denny. Welcome on in. The pitch, swing and a miss. Change up below the zone, 0-2 to Davis. I wonder if we can get Ohtani. Yeah, I wonder too. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the pitch as Davis sends this to center field, and Harris falls down and makes the catch. Throw is to third. Triolo safe. Sacrifice fly for Henry Davis. Hoist a cone. The Pirates have tied Atlanta here in the top of the third, and they still have a runner at third. So 1-1 Pirates and the Braves. And that'll flip the lineup over for Speedy Gonzalez. Struck out looking in his last appearance. He is 0 for 1. Meaning Atlanta's a tall order. It is. It really is. They are the best team in the game right now. Definitely a good measuring stick. Infield is in for Gonzalez. The pitch. That's a chopper. Triolo's going to be safe, and Gonzalez is also safe at first. Riley has to eat it. A slow chopper. Third baseman was in, but I guess he wasn't in enough, as for some reason he came into the frame there late. There was a slight hesitation. Perez thought about getting it 2. Pirates 2. Braves 1. So look at that, another cone for the battling Buccos. As Gonzalez at first, and that'll bring up Brandon Lau, who's 0 for 1 in this one. Look at that. Look at the Pirates go. The pitch, checks his swing. That's upstairs. Actually, don't know what the call was. The camera was late there. 1-0. I guess he did not go. Ohtani for Ozuna. Yeah, that's perfectly fair. The Braves challenged on that pitch, and they lost. So the Braves are down 1 challenge. So this has been a pretty bad inning for the Braves, or at least in the top half of it. So good stuff, Pirates. 1-0 to Lau. Perez sets and delivers. That's going to be downstairs. 2-0 to Lau as Perez all of a sudden looking a little rough. Again, retired the first 6 batters of the ball game. Walked Horwitz. Doubled Triolo. Davis sacrifice fly. Gonzalez infield single. 2-0. Pickoff attempt trying to get Speedy, but Speedy too fast as he's back at first. Cone zone. I like that. Wonderful indeed, Casey. Thanks for hanging out. The 2-0 swing and a miss. Strike one. Got him to chase the changeup below the zone. Thanks, Richard, again for hanging out. Big run. It was a huge run for sure. 2-1 to Lau. Perez readies and delivers. That's a sweeper away. A slider, actually. 3-1 to Brandon Lau. Perez at 40 pitches. 3-1. Perez readies and delivers. That's down and away, ball 4. So, yeah, I mean, Perez looking a little rough. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds, who grounded out in his first appearance. Boom, chicka, pow, pow, I like that. I was going to go deep. He'll take first. I'll take that, of course. Get on base. Hello from Vegas. How's it going, Douglas? Welcome on in. Almost said dog. I don't know why. That's like middle school me. What's up, dog? I thought that was so cool. But how's it going, Douglas? Welcome on in. Pirates leading 2-1 in the top of the third. Runners on first and second. They do have a mound visit here for the Braves as they're trying to calm down Perez, who, like I said earlier, again, started off really well. Again, retired the first 6 Pirates batters. So maybe the mound visit works. Hopefully it doesn't. And Reynolds at the plate, batting from, again, the right side. Pirates facing a lefty. Again, the Pirates 5-10 against lefties this year. Just not good. The pitch, and that's going to be downstairs, ball 1. Missing there on the changeup. Pirates Dodgers on Tuesday. You're so happy, yeah. It'll be a good series. Again, this one, both series will be a big test for the Pirates. 1-0. The pitch, and that's downstairs, 2-0. Just kind of walking off the mound, just taking some time to compose himself. Pirates win this game, and tomorrow I'm going nuts. Yeah, we'll see, though. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be flared out to right. On the run is Acuna, and Acuna makes the catch. 2 away. Speedy takes off to third. So there's going to be runners on the corners with 2 outs. That'll bring up Marcell, the strikeout. Ozuna, again, making his return to Atlanta. Got a standing ovation earlier. A standing ovation from me if he actually gets a hit here. I'm not even kidding. I will stand up and clap if he actually does this. I mean, if you know, if it's a walk, then it's a walk. I'm not going to stand up for that. But and again, I don't know what's going on. There's a little bit of delay. They're showing a Red Sox-Orioles game for some reason. Let's go ahead, Sam. Welcome on in. The pitch to Ozuna, that's off the plate, ball 1. 1-0 to Ozuna. Sure, we have a good scouting report on him after he was here in 2024. Yeah, it was a few years ago. I don't recall the year, but he was here not too long ago, and it was not good. He just wasn't good with us. The 1-0, that's going to be a cutter in there for a called strike, 1-1 to Ozuna. Again, runners on the corners with 2 outs. An opportunity for the Pirates. Perez readies, kicks and delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike, 1-2. Why we don't face Cristiano? Yeah, I don't know. Let's go, Jim. Welcome on in. Perez sets and fires, and that's going to be sent out to right center field. Harris on the run. Oh, he drops in for a base hit. The Pirates lead 3-1. I will keep. I am a man of my word. Let's go, Marcell Ozuna. Marcell Ozuna gets a hit. Standing ovation from the dock because I can't believe it. The Pirates lead 3-1. As Ozuna really need that. Hoist another cone for the battling Buccos. Oh my goodness. Ozuna gets a hit. That's how you know the Pirates are moving. And that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz, who struck out looking in his first appearance again. Runners on the corners with still 2 outs. Perez sets and delivers. Half-hearted swing there. Strike 1 from Cruz. Oh my goodness. Stand up. Yep, that was crazy stuff. 0-1. Perez delivers. Swing and a miss. Cutter down and away. 0-2 to Cruz. Oh, 0-2 counts. Perez at 50 pitches. Pirates have worked him here. He sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be downstairs in the dirt. 1-2, 81 on the changeup. Must be a special day, yeah, for now. And then this, of course, is the peak because a lot of baseball left. 1-2, the pitch. That's downstairs as well. 2-2 to O'Neal Cruz. Unbelievable stuff. Perez readies. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Changeup downstairs. I don't think a single pitch was in the strike zone, but he, I guess, was in swing mode. Can't really hate on him too much. The Pirates push across a field goal. 3-1 Pirates, leading over the Braves. Due up for the Braves will be Michael Harris, Matt Olson, and Ozzie Albies. Which for the longest time I thought it was Albies, but I was corrected on that. But if I am wrong, and my corrector was wrong, let me know. Let me know. You call it a ground over double? Well, it wasn't a ground over double, but yeah, it was good stuff. Blind squirrel finds an acorn every once in a while, I guess so. That was good stuff. Thank you, Dave, for hanging out. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to leave a like and sub to the channel. It is free. We are entering today. We were 20 subs away from 9,300. Again, not sure how it's going to really go. Because, again, the other creators that are calling the game right now, a lot of them, a lot of good ones. So, a lot of competition tonight on the Braves side of things. Braves have a lot of quality streamers. So, thank you again for tuning in, and hopefully you are enjoying the broadcast. And, again, make sure to like and sub. It is free. Again, 20 subs away from 9,300 as we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, it is free to do so. And we're at 118 likes, trying to get to 150, maybe 200, maybe it happens. And of course, again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to, well, within reason. I really should start saying that. I do every now and then, I forget. But I try to respond to the chats while, of course, calling the games. Hopefully you enjoy, hopefully you're enjoying yourselves. Hopefully you're having a good Friday night. All right, again, Michael Harris will be at the plates. Struck out in his first... No, pardon me. Michael Harris is not at the plates. I guess I forgot to write down what Michael Harris did. That's not Michael Harris. That is Matt Olson. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just inside ball one to Matt Olson. Matt Olson is 1 for 1 on the night. My apologies there. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1. 88 on the changeup. So it's going to be Olson, Albies, and Dubon. Keller kicks and deals. That's a fastball in there for a called strike. 1-2. 92 there with the changeup. 88 away. 2-2 to Matt Olson. Again, a really solid first baseman. Like Freddie Freeman never left, essentially. 2-2 the pitch, and that's a chopper to second. Lau with it, underhands it to Horwitz for outs number 1. So 1 away. Keller, by the way, at 45 pitches. Again, a lot of pitches there in the first 2 innings. And that'll bring up Ozzie Albies, who walked in his first appearance. Here's ground to Lau. Yeah. That really reminded me right there. I forgot what specifically happened, but pretty much same thing to Lau there. Here's the pitch. That's high and in. Missing on the cutter. 1-0. The pitch, and that's going to be off the plate there with the sinker. 92 on the sinker. 2-0 to Ozzie Albies. Of course, after this inning, we'll check out the scores across MLB. Should have, again, the scores down here, just in case you're wondering what else is happening across Major League Baseball. That misses upstairs. 3-0 on the sinker. Again, just random, like, just will start missing the zone repeatedly. And it's happened now twice. Again, Albies in his first appearance, and Riley then hits Yastrzemski. Here's the 3-0. That's right down the middle for a called strike. 3-1. 3-1. Keller delivers off the plate, ball 4. So that's another free pass. That's now the 3rd walk. That's if you don't include hit by pitches, which that would be 4. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Mauricio Dubon, who is 0 for 1 tonight. Cubs took a beating. They did. Let's go on highway. Welcome on in. Keller sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Dubon was taking all the way. I mean, Keller's been kind of wild, so I kind of get it, though. That's a little bit of a shock from a guy that's batting .253. 0-1. Keller readies and fires. And that's going to be fouled back 0-2. Going Burley, welcome on in. Bacon, lemon, bacon, lemon. I did have... No, I did not have bacon today. That was the other day, a few days ago. Haven't had lemonade in a while. Need to do that. 0-2, Keller readies. Pickoff attempt, but Albies is safe and sound. Just up and down, yeah. Yeah, they can look really good at times and really bad. Right now, they're really, really bad. But they'll be fine. They're still going to be ended at the end of the day. Here's the 0-2. Sweeper in the dirt. 1-2 to Dubon. If you're just tuning in, Pirates leading 3-1 over the Braves. Braves at the plate here with 1 out. Runner on first. 1-2 counts. Dubon at the plate. Keller sets and delivers. That's going to be sliced foul. It's off the netting. Dubon apparently has homered in each of his last 2 ball games. He's been seeing the ball a little bit better as of late. 1-2, the pitch, and that's going to be fouled back. That was way upstairs. As soon as I say he's seen the ball better, fouls went off at his shoulders, but it's still 1-2. He was off last start also. Yeah, Keller's been, man, I don't know what's going on right now. He's, again, very inconsistent, but lately it's been more so not so great, as that's going to be sent to left field. Backing up is Reynolds. That ball is gone. He is homered now in 3 straight games, his 6th home run of the season, as the Braves tie it up 3-3. Yeah, I don't know. Keller, man, just on a... He is not pitching well as of late. It's looking like the bullpen. Hanging curveball, that'll do it. That'll do it every single time. Dominic Smith at the plate, grounded out in his last appearance. What did you miss? The Pirates scoring 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. But that was just a blast there by the Braves. Again, 3-3. One and 0 to Smith. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider in the zone. 1-1 to Dominic Smith. Dang it, yep. One and 1 counts. Keller kicks and delivers. Sweeper in the dirt. 2-1 to Smith. Could be worse. Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. For sure. 2-1. Keller kicks and delivers. That's going to be sent out to left. That is going to hook foul. 2-2. It's going to be fight till the end. I hope so. Hopefully the Pirates can keep pace, which, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the Braves will do. I don't really know much about their bullpen either. You know, they're really good, so I imagine their bullpen is pretty solid. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good bounce back from Keller. And there's 2 away. Now to bring up Austin Riley, who walked in his last appearance. Walks will get you the overall control of the whole staff is suspect. Yep. 100%. And he has walked 3 batters. As here is the pitch. That's a ground ball to third. Gonzalez with it. Throws to first for outs number 3. The Braves tie it up due to a 2-run home run from Mauricio Dubon. 3-3 in Atlanta. All right, let's see what we got here. And the scoreboards across again, Major League Baseball. The Tigers leading 3-1 over the Mariners. Phillies 6. White Sox 4. Orioles and the Blue Jays 1-1. Red Sox leading 3-2 over the Yankees. The Rays lead 3-0 over the Marlins. And a bunch of games just now starting off 0-0 in all of those. And again, the Giants all over the Cubs 18-3. Cubs again falling to 33-31. The Giants 26-38. Not too little too late, but they need to. The Giants really want a chance to get back in, and they got to start winning like 7-3 for the next few weeks. Braves bullpen is one of the best. Yeah, I figured it would be with the record that they have. So it's going to be tough to get runs for sure. That's why I'm just like, man, Pirates gotta pitch well, played good defense. Pardon me, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It could be though. You just never know. Again, how every team will falter at one point in the season. Every team will look human at one point. All right, due up for the Pirates will be Joe Stinson, Garcia, Spencer Horwitz, and Jared Triolo. So we'll see what they can do. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It is free. Free. We are at 139 likes, trying to get to 150 on the night. Justin Garcia 0 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a slider inside, ball 1. It's going Fear to Beard. Welcome on in. 1-0 to Garcia. Perez delivers. That's inside there on the cutter. 2-0. Playing spoiler. Yeah. Bruce are the only NL Central team with all-time losing record. Oh, wow. The 2-0. That's going to be a chopper foul. 2-1. Back on and welcome on in there, Fulton. Appreciate you, man. 2-1 to Garcia. Perez delivers. That's a chopper foul. 2-2. 80 on the changeup. Reached down to the zone to make contact. Showing Griffin and Skeens having a chat. Griffin saying like, hey, man, I'm kind of looking good as of late. You are not. I'm going to be the face of the franchise very, very soon. If you don't shape up. Probably not, what is being said, but you never know. Could be happening. 2-2. Perez delivers. That's a ground ball to third. Riley with it. Throws to first for outs number 1. All right, and that'll bring up Spencer Horwitz, who walked in his last appearance. The Pirates cheer, Buck fans. Yep, you know it. Can't stand the Braves. Early 90s PTSD, yeah. Definitely would understand. A lot of the older millennials and the Gen Xers would feel that way. That's a swing and miss, strike 1. To Spencer Horwitz. Perez again at 59 pitches. What do they mean by having a trade for cash considerations? That's just, they just trade him for cash. Yeah, I mean, ideally, hopefully that money goes back into the Pirates team. The 0-1 to Horwitz, as that's going to be ripped foul, and it's 0-2. The Pirates' first baseman. Oh, and 2. Perez kicks and delivers. That's going to be fouled back. 83 on the cutter. And Perez not a guy that's going to blow it past you. He's getting a little bit older, of course. Again, entered today with an ERA below 3, 2.79 to be exact. So this is not really a usual outing for 2026 Perez. And that's taken outside ball 188 on the sinker. The 1-2. Horwitz sends this to right. That's a foul ball. Oh, the ball boy missed the ball. He missed the catch. Good try there, buddy. Showing an old clip there of Matt Kapp striking out. I think it was Matt Diaz. As Horwitz skies this to shallow left. On the run is Yastrzemski, who makes the catch, 2 away. And that'll bring up, that'll bring up Jared Triolo. Jared Triolo doubled in his last appearance. Let's go on, Bob. Welcome on in, Bob O'Neill. Subscribe. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for subscribing. You think Atlanta's looking past the Pirates? I don't know. It depends who they're playing. Following, is that's going to be in there for a called strike 0-1. That's usually what that implies. Like, if they're looking past the team, it's because they're looking past that team for another team that's on the horizon. So I wouldn't know who the Braves are playing. I doubt it. I'm sure they respect the Pirates. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be downstairs, 1-1. One to Triolo, again 1-for-1 on the night. The pitch, and that's going to be a foul tip, 1-2 to Triolo. You need counseling, oh man. Checking in from lovely Vermont. How's it going, Jake? Welcome on in. Here's the 1-2 to Triolo. That's in the dirt, 2-2. I still see Jim Whalen's face. It's tough. 2-2 to Triolo. Nobody on, 2 outs. Perez readies. Begins his windup, the pitch. Trying to backdoor him. Oh, and he does! Not really a good call at all. Triolo wants a challenge. Does not. He's having a long conversation with the umpire. Backwards K there for Triolo. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 3-3 in Atlanta. Griffin, yeah, he'll be back for the Dodgers. I think we bring back the red jersey to make the playoffs. No, this guy, unbelievable. That is crazy stuff. Bring back the red jerseys. Nah, we're good. We're good. Due up for the Braves will be Mike Yastrzemski, Sandy Leon, and Ronald Acuna. Again, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It is free. Thank you, guys. We hit over 150, trying to get 200 at this point. That would be ideal. And as far as subscribers are concerned, we are 11 away from 9,300. Would be great to get to it this weekend. We have a good shot to get it done tonight. And, of course, again, a sad reminder to those of you that are just tuning in to the channel, or those of you that, of course, have been here for a while. I will not be on tomorrow, so I know that's not sounding great. Sounds like I missed a lot of games. I really don't. Again, 64 straight days. That streak is coming to an end. So, yeah, I'll be gone tomorrow. I'm going to try to meet Tom Grossi in Houston. That is the goal. I'll be gone, and then I'll be back later that night, and I'll be back, of course, for the conclusion of the series on Sunday. So, again, it was mentioned in the chat, though, if you're looking for the game tomorrow, if you have MLB Network, it is going to be the featured game. I want to say it's at, I believe they said 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, or 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central. We'll check on that a little bit later. So, Yeah, so again, I do apologize, but yes, the streak will end, and we'll start a new streak most likely on the opposite side of the All-Star break, because I do have a mini vacation I'm taking, but then I will be back again after 2 days. So it's going to be a quick vacation, and then I'll be back. Yastrzemski swings and misses, strike one, 0 for 1, 0-1 count. Yastrzemski was hit by a pitch earlier, so that's going to be in there, 0-2 to Yastrzemski. Tom Grossi, the Packer dude. Yep. Yeah, he's going to be in Houston, and the goal is to try to at least meet him. Try to meet him wherever that is. I forgot the location, but I will know by tomorrow. That's going to be upstairs, 1-2, 93 on the fastball. Grossi legend with the one and only delay, I know. No. 1-2. Keller rocks and fires. That's going to be fouled back, and it's 1-2 to Mike Yastrzemski. 70s all yellow uniform with the cake pillbox hats would be awesome again. Yeah, no, it'd be cool to have him as an alternate. The 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2-2. Yastrzemski laying off. He was here a couple days ago. Nice. You ever streamed every single game of one season? Well, I have not. This is only year 2. This is only year 2 on YouTube. The 2-2. That's going to be sent out to right center field. Curving towards Cruz. Cruz makes the catch. Oh, it was slicing towards center. Yeah, and even Skeens is kind of using the motion like it curved back towards Cruz, because yeah, if it had no slice, that ball splits the gap between Garcia and Cruz. Luckily though for the Pirates, that ball sliced like crazy. Out number 1, and that'll bring up Sandy Leon, who struck out looking in his first appearance. The pitch, that's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Leon. Gotta go have a great stream. Appreciate you, Draven. You have a good day, man. Take care. Here is the 0-1 to Leon. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 to Leon. Used to be DiMaggio streak out. Yeah, right. That's definitely harder to do for sure. The 0-2. That's going to be fouled back. Still 0-2. I appreciate you, Jason, for hanging out. Keller's pitch count. Keller, let me double check. Let's look at that graphic. They're showing a replay right now. Keller, 71 pitches. That's going to be pitch number 72, and that's way in the dirt. 1-2 to Leon. How's it going, Token? Welcome on in. Appreciate you, man. Let me go ahead and congratulations, man. You are promoted. Thank you. Good to see you, Toke. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. He struck him out. 2 away, and that'll bring up Ronald Acuna. It was 1 for 2 in this one. Took a golf swing. Yeah, I guess so. You're losing your faith in Keller? Yeah. Definitely, it's been a tough one, as that's a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. My ear's looking all right, but yeah, again, just so up and down, you know, and it's really been kind of his thing just really forever. Last few years, again, he's kind of established himself as a guy that can pitch really well, and then after the All-Star break, just completely falls apart. This year, yeah, it's kind of starting earlier. Hopefully, again, we can see him kind of regain his usual form, at least during the early part of the season. 1-1 to Acuna as that's fouled back. As Keller sets and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 95, blew it right past him. 1-2 to Acuna. Keller rocks and fires. That's going to be upstairs, 2-2. And man. No, I'm not. No, I'm just a man. You're the man. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully all is well with you. Hopefully everything's going well with you and your streams. I know you're ready for the Raiders. Here is the 2-2. That's going to be sent out to right center field. Cruz Garcia. Garcia makes the catch for round number 3. Hey, a 1-2-3 inning for Mitch Keller. As we go to the top of the 5th, 3-3 in Atlanta. Sometime he looks like old Mitch, then he fades into this Mitch, yeah. The Mets won him last year. I did not know that. Again, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Token. All right, the Tigers leading 3-1 over the Mariners. Phillies leading 6-5 over the White Sox. Blue Jays leading 3-1 over the Orioles. Red Sox leading 5-3 over the Yankees. Rays 4, Marlins nothing. Indians leading 1-0 over the Rangers. The Astros 3, A's 0. The Reds leading 3-0 over the Cardinals. And of course, again, the Giants all over the Cubs earlier today. Michael, welcome on in. Need a good pitching coach. Soda's more worried about his pitcher success and less about taking their time. I mean, this guy, again, yeah, he just takes... It's like he waits to complete the next step before moving the rest of his body. I'm not even kidding. I mean, it's so annoying. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do, but... Anyway, again, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Hopefully, again, you leave a like and sub. Again, trying to get to 200 likes. We have a little bit of a streak there. It would be cool to keep it going. Again, unsure how I'm going to do tonight with all the competition, but, you know, kind of holding strong here. We got about 300 people in here, so thank you guys for that. That'll work. That'll work. That's more than expected, to be honest with you, with the competition that we have out there. Total view is probably going to be down. For sure. I think I'm just looking at them a little bit down, but that's okay. Again, get about 300 people. That's awesome. That's more than I expected for this series. So thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you subscribe. Again, it is free as we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Due up for the Pirates is Henry Davis, who takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Davis again hit a sacrifice fly in his last appearance. And of course he'll be followed by Speedy Gonzalez and Brandon Lau. That pitch is in the dirt, 2-0 to Henry Davis. Perez readies. Here is the pitch. That's going to be downstairs, 3-0. 84 on the cutter. Perez, by the way, it's 72 pitches. So again, he's not exactly looking much better and looking any more efficient. So it might be a bullpen game starting in the 6th, depending on how these innings go. As that's going to be a low strike call. I thought it was 3-0, but I guess it's only 2-1. I don't know. As that's going to be sent out to right field. Doesn't really matter as Acuna is under it and makes the catch. All right, and that'll bring up Speedy Gonzalez again. RBI single, infield single in his last appearance. 1 for 2 on the night. White Sox, huge turnaround. Yeah, no, they're not too bad. And you see his pitcher coach's walk. It's disgusting, honestly. You don't need to. It is the worst. Perez sets and fires. That's going to be inside, ball 1. 90 on the fastball. Let's look alive out there. Let's go Bucks. Appreciate you again, Miss Donna. The 1-0 to Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 84 on the cutter. One and one, the pitch. Inside, almost hits him. 2-1 to Nicky G. So I can bring A.J. Brennan. Yeah, as a pitching coach, I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, totally. The 2-1, that's a grounder to third. Riley with it, throws to first for out number 2. Down goes Gonzalez. All right, that'll bring up Brandon Lau is 0 for 1 with the walk. We're still showing off the All-Star ballot. Again, if you haven't voted yet, make sure to vote. I only do one ballot. I know you can vote up to like 5 times. I hate that personally. You should get one vote. But anyway, swing and a miss, strike one. Change up in the dirt. I voted for pretty much every Pirates position except for DH. I don't remember. I think it was Shohei. I picked Shohei there at DH. The 0-1 to Lau. It's going to be a curveball outside, 1-1. I think I want to say I voted for Davis. Yeah, no Ozuna. Not the Ozuna. 1-1 the pitch. That misses outside. 2-1. 89 on the sinker. 175 climbing. That sounds good to me. We have very little offense. Well, I mean, we've already had 3 runs. That's not too bad. Swing and a miss. Change up down and away. 2-2 to Lau. I mean, 4 runs is like an average game, so we're just below average and we're only in the 5th. We'll see, though, if we can add any. That's going to be the key. 2-2 to Lau. Perez at 81 pitches. Might be good to come out for the 6th. Here is the pitch, and that's going to be chopped foul still. 2-2. Holman has the Braves winning 5-3. Again, the Braves pretty solid. Pretty solid team. 2-2. Perez kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1-2-3 go the Pirates as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-3 in Atlanta. O'Hearn, Lau, Gonzalez with Skeens and Ashcraft will be your picks. Those are pretty good picks for sure. It's a competitive game. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it's a good game. Good game for sure. MLB voting is like California's 5 times a day until they get the winner. Yeah, I've been seeing the stuff with the mayor. That's pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff. Even Skeens feels a credit. Yeah, I mean, it's a credit to his last year again. This year, yeah, it's been Ashcraft. Ashcraft has been the guy. I'm really excited for him. Due up for the Braves will be Michael Harris, Matt Olson, and Ozzie Albies. So there you go. All right. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. We are at 179 likes, so thank you for that. Again, we're closing in on 200. That would be fantastic. And let's see here. We are now 8 subscribers away from 9,300. So make sure again to subscribe to the channel. Again, we're closing on 9,300, trying to get to 10,000 again as soon as possible. There's a chance, an outside chance, we actually hit it by August. And if I don't know, if everything goes well, then maybe even by the All-Star break. I'm really going to try to push for that because that would be awesome. But we'll see. I'm not going to. I'll be upset if we don't, because that would be way earlier than expected. That'd be 2 months. It's going to be 2 months earlier than expected. 9-3 Pirates? Yeah, we'll see. I just want to win. Just one during the series, and I'll be a happy guy. Very. It would be great to have it tonight, because then anything we get after that is bonus. Keller delivers. That's going to be hit, and that's going to squeeze through for a base hit. So Michael Harris sees one pitch and gets on it first. Leadoff single for the Braves, and that'll bring up Matt Olson, who's 1 for 2. Should note that the camera work is really bad tonight. There was a long delay before they switched over, so I'm not too sure if they don't have their normal crew or something. Not saying that their normal crew is great, but yeah, Pittsburgh's net has really failed tonight as far as capturing the game. As Keller readies and delivers, that's going to be fouled back. It's 0-1 to Matt Olson. Keller, by the way, at 80 pitches, so I really don't see him pitching the 6th. I just doubt it. Oh, and 1 is Keller readies. sets and fires. That's in the dirt. Davis keeping an eye there on Harris. It's 1-1. And he had a whole season to do this. Yeah, for sure. And he's been really good. 1-1. Keller pickoff attempt, but Harris slides safe and sound. That should be Ashcraft. Yeah. No, I completely agree. He should be the one. If the Pirates only get to have one because of lack of votes, then it should be Ashcraft. 1-1. Keller readies and fires. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Cruz is there in center. Throws to third. It's cut off, which forces Harris back at second. All right, so the Braves will have runners at first and second with nobody out, and Ozzie Albies to the plate. And he has walked in both of his appearances, and they have been really quick at bats, to be honest with you. Soon Skeens will be the only one using Henry, yeah. Sisk is available, I guess so. He hasn't been used in a while. Keller delivers. That's going to be on the outside part of the plate. Called a strike. It's 0-1. How's it going, Ricky? Welcome on in. Triple play right here. We'll see. That'd be really nice. 0-1. Keller readies. Kicks and delivers high and in, almost hits him. It's 1-1. Again, runners on first and second for the Braves. Nobody out. Keller sets, looks back at second. And it's going to step off, look back Harris. Harris refuses to move. He will now go back to the bag. One and one. Keller readies. Rocks and fires. Checks the swing. Did he go? Davis thinks he went. Does not get the call. 2-1. Let's check this. This time he did not. Now last time he did and they didn't call it. 2-1 to Albies as Keller once again sets. Looks back at Harris. And delivers as that's going to be sent out to right center field. Cruz back, leaping, makes the catch against the wall. Throws it in. Harris tags up. Runners on the corners. Cruz with a great play. And again, there's still a chance. Still a chance to get out of this unscathed, but that'll bring up Mauricio Dubon, who homered in his last appearance. Good stuff, Cruz. Again, Cruz with some nice plays here in the inning. Here's the pitch to Dubon. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Oh, with an interesting swing. He kind of steps away from the plate. Well, he does. You have to imagine if you pitch on the outside part of the plate, he would swing and miss because he wouldn't be able to reach it. 0-1 counts. Keller sets and delivers. That's going to be fouled back 0-2. Trying to go back door there, but it was really more towards the middle of the plate. 0-2 to Dubon as Sisk is warming up for the Pirates. He's been pretty solid, but again, you know, bullpen's being used a lot. He has been used as of late. The 0-2 slider down and away, 1-2. All right, sorry, I know I missed the chat here. How's it going, Miss Gina? Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you feel better soon. Hopefully you feel better soon. That's not good. 1-2. The pitch, and that's going to be hit to right, and that's going to drop in. Oh, it gets past Garcia. Oh, no. That's going to score a run for sure. Obviously, maybe two. No, sir. Olsen at third. I don't know what in the world Garcia did, but yeah. Garcia just caught him between, and the ball goes past him. I don't know if that's really, I mean, I guess it's a double. Runners on second and third. The Braves lead 4-3. And that'll bring up Dominic Smith. That was just unfortunate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a chopper foul, 0-1. This is Dominic Smith again, 0 for 2 on the night. Yeah, it's tough, guys. 0-1 counts. Infield is in. Keller looks back and delivers. That's inside. Ball 1. Lord Wamp happy with the Braves. DeLay is not happy with the Pirates. 1-1 as the Braves again knocking on the door. Looks back at second. And delivers. That's going to be popped up. That'll be a foul ball, 1-2. One and two counts. Keller kicks and delivers. That's going to be yanked out to center field. That's going to be caught by Cruz. Going to turn and throw to third. Olsen will score. And looks like Dubon safe at third. So a sacrifice fly makes it 5-3 Braves. Braves tacking on 2, looking for one more. Again, a runner at third. Austin Riley be at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Tell you what, Cruz with a pretty good game defensively. I know he didn't get the out here, throwing it to third. But he's, I don't know, good game defensively so far. Really good. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs. Called a strike. 0-1 to Riley. This is, it is what it is, though. 0-1 counts. Keller sets, kicks, and delivers. Fastball upstairs, 1-1. Keller, by the way, at 96 pitches. As, and his night is nearing. And you have to wonder, again, if he doesn't even get Riley out, they might take him out. Yastrzemski's a lefty. The 1-1 fastball outside, 2-1. Never easy. They're always battling. There's more to come. Oh, yeah, for sure. More baseball for sure. 2-1 counts. Keller sets and fires. And that's going to be fouled back 2-2. Gold glove, yeah. Give that man a gold glove. Keller readies, kicks, and delivers. That's going to be sent out to right. Back it up is Garcia. Garcia's at the wall, leaping. Could not make the catch. It was too high. Cruz comes in. Riley with an RBI double. 6-3 Braves. That was high off the wall. Yeah, there's no chance for the passer to make the catch. Braves again have erupted for 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Again, this inning's not over. Runners still in scoring position. Yastrzemski will be at the plate again. I imagine Keller's going to be done. And there he is. Keller leaves, allowing 6. Could be 7 if this run scores. So 4 2/3. Keller again continuing just to struggle as of late. Trying to watch you and see though. Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. That sounds fun though. Yeah, Rhino's streaming. He's doing the Canadian League. I don't know. Let's see. I have to check on where he's at. So, yeah, he'll probably be where I redirect to, honestly. Let me check out where he's at in the game. Where are you at? Or is he even... Yeah, he's got to be on. Oh, he's not on yet. Okay, yeah, we should be done. Okay, he'll probably be where I see you guys. All right, well, sorry about all that, folks. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying the game, or at least enjoying the broadcast. Make sure, again, to leave a like and make sure to subscribe. We're closing in on 200 likes. We're at 195, so thank you very much. And we're closing in, again, on 9,300 subscribers. 7 subscribers away, a touchdown and an extra point. Subscribers away from 9,300, so make sure to subscribe before you leave today. Did you know you have a book coming out, same as Jill? Oh, wow, good stuff, Joe. A very interesting book. Did you write it with an auto pen? Ha! Anyway, Yastrzemski again will be at the plate. 0 for 1 with the walk. Pitching change for the Pirates. Evan Sisk. An ERA of a 1.44. It's been pretty solid, but again, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, and again, he's going to face some lefties here. That should help him out. Should help him out a lot. Acuna. It's not too far from now. 0-1 counts. Sisk looks back at second. The pitch. And that's going to be off the plate. Ball gets away. Davis, though, not letting it get too far. 1-1. We're still right in there. Oh, yeah, we are. 1-1. Let's go in. Kanu, welcome on in. The pitch. Sweeper away. 2-1. That was way away. 2-1 count. Sisk kicks and deals. Sweeper away. Or not sweeper, pardon me, sinker away. 3-1. Talk with jokes, yeah, I guess so. Get the video to match your audio. I don't know. You're talking about this video? I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. The 3-1, that's going to be off the plate ball four, so Yastrzemski walks. And that'll bring up Sandy Leon, who struck out looking in both appearances. So at least we have that going for him. Again, not really a good hitter. You guys think Davis is bad. Well, this guy has an OPS less than Davis's batting average. But that means he's due, so we'll see. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The pitch inside, ball 1. Batting average of .063, OPS of 125. Greg Brown is saying you certainly have to throw him strikes. I mean, yes, just ideally. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be fouled back. 1-1. Oh, man. This guy's going to get a hit, isn't he? One count. Fight for the trip. I'm pretty excited. Here's the 1-1 to Leon. Swing and a miss. Chased out of the zone. 1-2. 94 on the fastball. Riley takes his lead. Sisk looks back at second. Sisk kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Braves to tack on a field goal. They lead 6-3 over the Pirates. As the Braves looking like the Braves. All right, we'll check out scores across MLB. All right, again, the Tigers leading 5-2 over the Mariners at the top of the 8th. The Phillies leading 7-6 in the bottom of the 7th. The Red Sox leading 5-3 over the Yankees in the bottom of the 7th. Orioles leading 6-3 over the Blue Jays in the top of the 7th. Rays leading 6-0 over the Marlins in the top of the 7th. Everything's in the 7th, I guess. Astros leading the A's 3-0 in the top of the 3rd. The Indians leading 1-0 over the Rangers in the top of the 3rd. The Reds leading 3-2 over the Cardinals in the top of the 2nd. And the Rockies leading 1-0 over the Brewers in the bottom of the 1st inning. Of course, again, the Giants all over the Cubs, 18-3. 196 likes. We're closing in. Heading to the woods now. No, it's fine. We will be fine. This is fine. Still plenty of baseball left. Plenty of baseball. And again, you know, it's not the end of the world if we lose. It really isn't. You know, again, you take one, I'm a happy guy. That's my expectations. But again, would like to see Keller pitch better. He's going to have to. He's going to have to. If Pirates want to do something. Due up for the Pirates will be Brian Reynolds, Marcell Ozuna, and O'Neal Cruz. And again, if you haven't done so already, make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It is free. Free. $0 and 0 cents. Okay, we're now 6 subscribers away from 9,300, so make sure again to subscribe again. It makes sense to subscribe to Dr. Delay. Didier Fuentes is going to be the pitcher for the Braves again. I was expecting that Perez would not. Actually, I thought he would be out there for the 6th, but yeah, I don't know because he had a quick 5th inning. But no, Didier Fuentes, 2.63 ERA. Opponent batting average of 198. Here's the pitch to Reynolds. That's going to be downstairs, ball 1. And there's a chance that we might see now some pinch hitters for the Pirates because Perez was a lefty. Fuentes a righty. The 1-0 to Reynolds. That's going to be hit to second. And a catch by Albies for out number 1. Albies. It is what it is. He's out regardless. All right, that'll bring up Marcell Ozuna, who was 1 for 2 today, again, as an RBI single. Got some work to do, we do. We do indeed. The pitch. That's right down the middle for a called strike 0-1 to Ozuna. Fuentes kicks and delivers. That's going to be upstairs, 1-1. That's 97 on the fastball. Fuentes kind of working fast. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider down and away, 1-2. The pitch, and that's going to be a chopper to third. Riley with it, throws to first for round number 2. And that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out both times, looking and swinging. Let's take on the Bears moving to Indiana. They say it's too dangerous in Chicago. I don't know if that's really why they're leaving. I don't know. They're still going to be called the Chicago Bears. So I guess as long as that's the case, that's going to be downstairs. Ball gets away, but it doesn't matter because no one's on base. 1-0 to Cruz. I mean, I think they're only moving like 20 miles away or something. So, I mean, it's going to be whatever. The 1-0, that's going to be a backdoor slider, 1-1 to Cruz. Fuentes kicks and delivers. That's going to be popped up. Shallow left. Riley is under in foul territory, makes the catch for route number 3. Bottom of the 6 coming up. Braves 6, Pirates 3. The Pirates have been set down the last 10 batters. That is not good. Yeah, I'll be redirecting to him at the conclusion of this game. I don't know why I said win. How are the Yankees doing right now, Orville? Want me to repeat the Yankees-Red Sox score? Do you realize that the Yankees are nothing without Aaron Judge? Are you starting to realize that now? You're starting to realize that the Yankees are dependent on one player? The Yankees have as many World Series trophies as the Pirates since 2010. Is that realization set in? Or not? Probably not. It is what it is. Definitely a frustrating night. Still plenty of baseball, though. But the Pirates got to get it going. Due up for the Braves will be Ronald Acuna, Michael Harris, and Matt Olson. Let's go Pirates. And appreciate you, Miss Donna. To the woods I go. Yep. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Again, I expect the password to be pinch hit 4. Unless, of course, they bring in a lefty to take out Fuentes. But Fuentes was really quick there. Only, how many pitches was that? 6, 7, 8? Try not to say 6, 7, but it just happens naturally. Yeah, it wasn't many pitches at all. All right, Sisk will be out there again. Concluded the 5th inning. Only faced 2 batters. So he'll face Acuna. Acuna's 1 for 3 on the night. The pitch. That's going to be a slider downstairs, ball 1. What a note to Ronald Acuna. And Sisk readies, kicks, and deals. That's going to be inside 2-0. If you're just joining us, the Braves leading 6-3 over the Pirates in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody on, nobody out. Acuna at the plate. The 2-0, and that's going to be missing way upstairs. 3-0 to Acuna. Let's go on, Chris. Welcome on in. The pitch, taking all the way. That's in there. 3-1, 90 at the knees. Three and 1, Sisk kicks and delivers. That's going to be sent to left. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So that is a leadoff single for the Braves. And that'll bring up Michael Harris, who is 1 for 3 on the night. And, of course, Harris is a lefty. Olson is a lefty. So that might be why they're leaving him in. Aaron wasn't interested, still strike out. Well, again, Judge is great. And, no, I don't think the Yankees are dependent on one player. Definitely, obviously, it helps them out. Pickoff attempts. Looks like Acuna is safe and sound. Acuna wearing neon green, by the way. I guess that's something. Actually, I don't know why. The Braves don't have neon at all in the color scheme. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a call strike. Throw to second. Out. Oh, he's out. Acuna's out. Henry the Cannon Davis with a cannon on that right arm. Gunning Acuna. One away. Acuna immediately gets up and heads back to first. He just knew it. And honestly, yeah, if Acuna doesn't look back, Acuna, when you're looking back at Davis, was worried about what was happening. The pitch is going to be in there for a called strike. Not called a strike, actually. Davis will challenge, will easily win. And it's going to be 0-2 to Harris. Yeah, that was way in there. No part of the ball is touching outside the strike zone. 0-2 to Harris. Oh and 2, Sisk readies. Rocks and fires. That's going to be sent out and gets over Triolo's glove in the center. That's going to be a 1-out single. And that'll bring up Matt Olson, who was 2 for 3 on the night. Let's go on, Phil. Welcome on in. The change of pitching coaches sure looks awful. No, I don't understand why we got rid of Marine. Makes no sense. Again, welcome on in, B-Rob. Appreciate you, man. What's the Yankee score? I missed. Oh, you're good. I'll gladly repeat it. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 1. You missed the Yankee score. I got you covered. The Red Sox leading over the Yankees 5-3. So yes, Boston over New York 5-3. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Very savage there, Miss Donna. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Heard they were losing. Yeah, they're losing. They are definitely losing. 1-1 counts. Runner on first again with 1 out. Oh, look, Red Sox over the Yankees 5-3. It's crazy. That's good stuff. 1-1. The pitch. That's inside with the fastball. 2-1, 90 on the 4-seam fastball. Good throw. Oh, yeah. Two and 1. Sisk checks out the runner and delivers. Swing and a miss. A slow curveball. Started at Olsen. Ends up in the middle of the plate. 2-2. Harris taking his lead again. Harris can move. There he goes. Oh, fake goes, but called strike 3. Struck him out. Struck out Olsen. Woo-hoo! Harris trying to mess with Sisk, but no, sir. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Ozzy Albies, who is... I have no idea, actually. I wrote down something. I'm assuming that's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. I have terrible handwriting. I'll tell you that right now. Here is the pitch. That's inside. Ball 1. Big leg kick from Albies on the right side of the plate. That's also good tonight. Yep. 1-0. Sisk looks over. Looks over again. And a pickoff attempt. Harris is safe. Sisk got 23 pitches. As he sets on the 1-0, the pitch. That's in the dirt. Handled very well by Davis. 2-0. Bad most of the year, yeah. Definitely expected the Red Sox to be something else, you know, be a little bit better than that for sure. I thought they'd be a playoff team. The 2-0, and that's going to be fouled back. 2-1. Again, runner on first with 2 outs. Albies again at the plate. Braves leading 6-3. Two and 1. Sisk kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up. Is it playable? It will not be. 2-2. Yeah, look, the foul territory behind home plate. Not really that big in Atlanta. I never really realized how small it is. 2-2. Sisk doesn't like the signs. Now agrees with that one. And another pickoff attempt, but he's back. Have a long inning here. 2-2. The pitch, and that's going to be cranked to left. That's a foul ball. Very well. He's got 10 home runs on the year. Braves with 3 hitters with more than 10 home runs. Riley with 8. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Always has a word with the umpire. Don't know what about. We go to the top of the 7th. Braves 6. Pirates 3. I will check out, of course, some scores across Major League Baseball. The Tigers leading 5-3 over the Mariners. Phillies leading 8-6 over the White Sox. Red Sox leading 5-3 over the Yankees. Orioles 6. Blue Jays 3. Rays 6. Marlins nothing. Astros 5. A's nothing. Indians leading 1-0 over the Rangers. Reds leading 3-2 over the Cardinals. Rockies leading 1-0 over the Brewers. And again, that is it. Again, the Giants all over the Cubs, 18-3. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. I imagine we closed on 200. We did. 202 likes. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I know we had a good crowd that left. We were at about a 300 for a little bit. Then the Pirates losing made 50 or so people exit. And that's, it's kind of expected. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, over 200. I'll still take it. And wasn't really sure how the streams would go. Again, I'll be back Sunday. I normally am on every day. The streak here will end 64 straight days of streaming. It will end tomorrow. I really, in theory, could probably stream early in the morning, but I would just do it just to keep the streak. And yeah, it's not really. I don't know what I'd stream. But anyway, yeah, so I'm usually here, but I'll be back Sunday for sure for the conclusion of this series, hopefully. And the Pirates have 1 win at that time, and a chance to go for the series win. We'll see. And yeah, and I heard due to the chat, through the chat, that tomorrow the game will be on MLB Network. So if you have MLB Network, it will be the featured game tomorrow afternoon. Do it for the Pirates is the password. Joe Stinson, Garcia, Spencer Horwitz, and Jared Triolo. Unsure if they're going to pinch hit for Garcia here. I guess we'll find out. Here is the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. No, sir. Garcia's still out there as they have a new pitcher on the mound for the Braves. It's a lefty, and it's Dylan Lee, who has a 1.26 ERA. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be chopped foul 0-2. Have fun. Thank you, Casey. I'll try to. No, you're good. You're good, Miss Donna. Thank you again. I totally understand. Totally understand if people leave. It's all good. Here's the 0-2. That's way upstairs, 1-2. So bullpen game. Usually, though, when the bullpen is in, it slows down the game. It just really does. 1-2 to Garcia. The pitch as Garcia sends this to left field. Yastrzemski, though, working his way in and makes the catch. Garcia, I don't know, just something. He has really struggled as of late. 1 down for the Pirates, and that'll bring up Spencer Horwitz 0 for 1 with the walk. First time it up. There you go. 4:10 game tomorrow. Highways, thank you for the gifted memberships. Appreciate you, man. Congrats to Mad Steve. Look at that, Mad Steve getting a gifted membership, as that's going to be upstairs. Called a strike. Very pro-Brave call there. 0-1 to Horwitz. Yes, W's in the chat for Highways. Thank you very much, man. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 to Horwitz. Lee sets and delivers. That's going to be grounded foul. Showing the legendary Braves that have played. They have their numbers everywhere. Tom Glavine. 0-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And there's 2 down, and that'll bring up Jared Triolo 1 for 2 on the night. The Pirates have been sat down the last 12 batters. Pirates looking for something, anything. Really, again, the third inning was it. First 2 innings, no hits. Third inning, and then that was all. That was all she wrote. The pitch to Triola. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1. So yeah, the third inning, the Pirates did well, and then the other, soon to be 7, nothing. Absolutely nothing to show for. The 0-1 is a breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1 at Triola. This game now at 2 hours. Kind of a big difference between the Astro series and this one. That's going to be a slider in there for a called strike. 1-2 Triola. Thought about it. Does not pull the trigger. Showing Bobby Cox. Just recently passed away. The 1-2. Triola sends this to center field, and Harris on the run makes the catch. Pirates have been retired the last 13 batters. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Braves leading 6-3 over the Pirates. Due up for the Braves will be Mauricio Dubon, Dominic Smith, and Austin Riley. Man, just a rough game. Just a rough game. That's all I gotta say. Let's see, hopefully Rhino's doing. Let me check out real quick. Rhino, again, a friend of the channel, will be sending you guys over there. Or I will be. He is doing the Canadian Football League. Hopefully you guys like football. If you like football, though, make sure to subscribe to Rising Rhino. Again, if you like football, also subscribe here. I don't do the Canadian Football League, but I do the NFL. Everybody is covered in the NFL. And, of course, again, if you're a Falcons fan tuning in, you know, if you're a Braves fan, Steelers-Falcons play Week 1, so I can guarantee you I got you covered for Week 1. And, again, I'm sure I'll see the Falcons throughout the season again. I cover everybody at least once, but I do every primetime game. So that's guaranteed. I do 3 games every Sunday, Steeler game, primetime game, and then, of course, another game. And, of course, the Steelers don't play at all on Sunday. That's 3 non-Steeler games every Sunday. So I'm just saying, a lot of football on the channel. That's really where I'm at my best. Not even close. So hopefully I'll see you guys there if you're a football fan. But let's see again. Let's see where we're at the subscriber counts. We are 2 subscribers away from 9,300. Thank you for that. Again, we are closing in on that milestone of 10,000. That is the magical number. 10K by the NFL season, and we could do it again very quickly. Potentially August, potentially July, if I really turn it on. The All-Star break, maybe the end of it. That would be awesome. But we'll see. Again, Dubon's going to be at the plate. Mauricio Dubon hit a home run earlier in this ball game, and also had a double. So he has 3 RBIs, pardon me. And he's 2 for 3 on the nights. Dennis Santana's on the mound for the Pirates. We'll see how that works. Here is the pitch. Taking all the way is Dubon. That's in there for a called strike. Dennis Santana, 5.47 ERA. Opponent batting average of 265. And again, he's obviously have had outings where he hasn't allowed a run, but it has been a good bet. The pitch. That's downstairs, ball 1. Hang in there. Oh, yeah. There's always tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Braxton Ashcraft, so that'll be good. 1-1 count. The pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-2 slider on the outside corner. One and two. Santana readies and delivers. Slider down to the dirt. 2-2 to Mauricio Dubon. Santana kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 93 on the fastball. Woo-hoo! 1 down. That'll bring up Dominic Smith, who's over 2, also has a sacrifice fly. Santana sets. Pardon my voice. Here's the pitch. That's going to be sent out to right center field. Cruz is working his way in, working his way more to the right, and makes the catch for round number 2. A lot of wind, I suppose, up there. Quickly 2 away, and Austin Riley will make his way to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with the walk. Pitch, and that's going to be popped up. Riley pretty upset. Horwitz backing up. Now coming in and makes the catch. Pretty efficient inning for Santana. 7 pitches, 3 outs. We go to the top of the 8th. The Braves leading 6-3 over the Pirates. Still needs a new team. Yeah, it's been sad to see him kind of fall apart this year. All right, Tigers leading 7-3 over the Mariners. Red Sox leading 5-3 over the Yankees. That's in the top of the 9th there, Orville. That is not looking good for your Yanks. The Rays leading 6-0 over the Marlins. Phillies leading 8-6 over the White Sox. Orioles leading 8-3 over the Blue Jays. The Astros 5, A's nothing. The Indians 2, Rangers nothing. Reds and Cardinals 3-3. Brewers and the Rockies 1-1. And that is all for now. This game kind of speeding along now. I'll be here. Oh, yeah, for sure. Again, I'll be back Sunday. Let's get some hits. It would be nice there, John. It would be nice. Again, the Pirates are 0 for their last 13. Just not good. That's not going to win you anything. It's not going to win you nothing. Doing it for the Pirates will be Henry Davis, Nick Gonzalez, and Brandon Lau. That was a nice third inning today. Makes some memories. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'll be pretty cool to meet Tom Grossi. I don't know. Again, I don't know how long I'm going to have. Maybe like a minute. So I got to make a good impression in that minute. Yeah, I do want to, mention that, hey, you've rated me 3 times. I appreciate that, of course. Like, I'm also into what I call games. I love the NFL. So, and of course, yeah, my dad he's probably a bigger fan of Tom Grossi than I am. So, I don't know. We'll just see. It'll be kind of weird. It'll be a weird day to, I don't know, not call a game. I feel like I've been doing this every day. All right, again, Henry Davis 0 for 1, also with a sac fly. He'll be up leading off the top of the 8th. Actually, no, he will not. Andy Rodriguez is going to be pinch hitting for the Pirates for Henry Davis. New pitcher for the Braves, a righty. As here's the pitch, and that's going to be popped up. And that's going to be a souvenir. This is Robert Suarez with a 0.65 ERA. Unbelievable. The Braves have a bullpen that really just unbelievable. These guys are really good so far. 0-1 count. Suarez kicks and deals. Inside there on the cutter. 1-1. 96 on the cutter. Better at hitting would probably be Judge. Right, Tom to your house. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Here's the 1-1. That's downstairs. 2-1. I live, again, 2.5, 3 hours away from Houston, so don't think he'll take a trip out there or out here to do that. 2-1, the pitch. That misses outside. 3-1 changeup. There to Andy Rodriguez. Rodriguez now batting .257. A little bit of a mini slump as of late. Here is the pitch. That's going to be sent out to right center field. On the run is Harris. Harris adjusting, makes the catch at the warning track for out number 1. Rodriguez gives it a good ride, but It finds a glove. 1 down. That'll bring up Speedy Gonzalez. 1 for 3 on the night. RBI single in the 3rd inning. You say Ohtani? Yeah, Ohtani's really good. Ohtani is best player in baseball. But as far as a pure hitter, I mean, I would pick Judge. Suarez delivers. That's going to be popped up. And that'll be a foul ball. 99 on the sinker. Again, these Braves, man, they have a bullpen. That is a huge weapon. I think for your dad, I mean, I can. I mean, I don't think he'll come. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be upstairs 1-1. Again, my dad's going to go. My dad is going to go. So he's going to meet him. Looks like Brandon Bedouin is going to be warming up for the Pirates. 1-1 the pitch. That's down and away. 2-1 to Rodriguez. Yeah, my dad he wanted to drive. I wanted to drive. He wants to drive. 2-1. That's going to be hit and right to the shortstop. Dubon for out number 2. Unlucky for the Pirates. I'm going to bring up Brandon Lau, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Greg Brown just made a note. Again, these teams very similar. There's just one outlier. The offense is really good. Starting pitching is usually pretty good. The bullpens are where the difference is, as that's a grounder to short. Throws to first for out number 3. The Pirates keep going down as the row for their last 16. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Braves leading 6-3 over the Pirates. Or 9 likes. Thank you very much. How's it going, Delta? Appreciate you, man. They can't. Nothing. It might be a long series. Maybe. Again, it's just one game. One game. Anything can happen. Anything could happen. I'm not gonna. This game will not carry over to the next game. You know, it's again the Braves. I mean, yesterday they got crushed by the Blue Jays 7-2. They didn't let that game carry over. You know, Braves. What else happened? Braves. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It happens. It's just the way baseball is. I mean, Giants, of course, have been kind of a joke as of late. I mean, they beat the Brewers Wednesday. They beat the Brewers yesterday, and they beat the Cubs today. But they're still 26-38. I mean, the last 3 games are representative of how the Giants are. No, definitely not. They're playing well. Kudos to them, of course. But yeah, no, it's still. I mean, every game of baseball is a different story. For sure. The key in finding out what a team is seeing what stays the same through each game, or most games, right? You know, the offense, again, for the Pirates, usually pretty good. Usually very good. So that's a key thing of the Pirates. That's a consistent thing. The Pirates have a good offense. You should know that. What else is pretty consistent with the Pirates? Oh, their bullpen. Yeah, their bullpen's pretty bad. So that is like, if you can find what the same thing for each game is, okay, well, that's who that team is. That's who that team is. Braves might be the best in baseball. We are in class here. Yeah, no, we are not. Again, Keller was issuing free passes at will. I have to wonder how that would look, as Bedouin is going to be on the mound here for the Pirates. First pitch is downstairs, ball 1. Mike Yastrzemski at the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk, and was hit by a pitch. Bedouin delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 94 in the dirt. 1-1. Bedouin with the 4.35 ERA. On a batting average of .222. Yastrzemski will be followed by Sandy Leon and Ronald Acuna Jr. As Bedouin readies kicks and deals. Grounder. And that is a foul ball. Just barely. Horwitz was there, but he would have been beat. How's it going, Brooke? Welcome on in. Roy, how's it going? Tomorrow might be better? Yeah, for sure. Bidwell readies. And delivers. That's going to be in the dirt there. 2-2, 84 on the slider. That'll look like a curve. More of a north to south action there than east to west. Two and two. The pitch. That's going to be scooped to shallow left. Reynolds is coming in. And Reynolds makes the catch for out number one. Ostremski flies out to his best friend, Brian Reynolds. And I just made that up, but I'm pretty sure they would be. They would be besties if they played on the same team. I guarantee it. Sandy Leone is scheduled to be due up again. He struck out all 3 times. We'll see. Yep, Leone is going to be at the plate. Let's go for 3 again with 3 strikeouts. The pitch. That's going to be popped up. That's going to be a foul ball. I wonder how long he has played, because he looks pretty old. 0-1 the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fastball down to the dirt. Braves have Raziel Iglesias warming up in the bullpen, so he'll probably be closing things down in the 9th. 0-2 the pitch. That's a tapper back to Bidwell. Bidwell's going to take it and step on the bag for out number 2. That'll flip the lineup over for the Braves, and Ronald Acuna will be at the plate 2 for 4 with an RBI. No, it definitely isn't, but yeah, it's definitely not looking good. When you're 0 for your last 16, it really is tough to stay inspired. First trying to lose to the Giants, Rockies back-to-back, that is tough. That's off the plate, ball 1 again. You know, it's just, it happens. It's baseball, 162 games. 1 game is not a big deal, but you know, combine them all, yeah, it definitely is. Checked his swing, Acuna. Did not go, apparently. 2-0. I'd like to see that side view. Congrats, Steve, on your Phillies. Phillies winning 8-6. Two-0 to Acuna. Bidwell sets. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 96 blew it right past him. Got home from Kennywood. Nice. Good stuff, David. Welcome on in. Pirates not looking too great. The 2-1. That's going to be fouled back 2-2. Of course, again, I mean, are playing the Braves. Just man, some free passes there by Keller. Really a killer. The pitch. That's upstairs. Oh, it's called a strike. Acuna's going to challenge, and he's going to win. He's definitely going to win. That's a bad call there. While staying, I think he knows. Yeah, it's way upstairs. It's going to be full 3-2. Again, the Pirates bullpen, not a bad performance tonight. Keller again was the problem. Keller just all over the place. Bidwell delivers. That's going to be fouled back. Oh, yeah, I'm a diehard Pirates fan until the last strike. The Pirates still. Yeah, no, I got you. Man. Again, I mean, it's one game. I'm not going to be too upset about this. The 3-2, that's upstairs, ball 4. So from a potential strikeout to a walk. That's how it goes. Now to bring up Michael Harris, who was 2 for 4 on the night as well. But yeah, it's like, it's just one game. But again, it's the sum of their parts. We'll see how they look tomorrow. We'll see how they look Sunday. Hopefully I get to cover one of the wins. It'd be nice. Benoit delivers. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Harris. Well, they've went cold. I mean, again, they had a good inning. You know, they again put up 3 runs. I mean, that's obviously not ideal, but it's not terrible. It's not like they're getting shut out. It's not like they scored 1. So we're going to strike 2. 0-2 to Harris. Definitely seen worse. This will be a high scoring game for the Pirates last year. Oh, and 2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets behind Rodriguez. Harris is going to reach on the strikeout. Unbelievable. I don't know if it's more of a wild pitch. Oh my gosh, well, I don't know. So the strikeout doesn't matter, as that'll bring up Matt Olson, who is 2 for 4 on the night. How many subs? I don't know. I'll have to check. Benoit delivers. That is inside, ball 1. 1-0 to Olson. Let's go to Coffee. Welcome on in. Hopefully you're safe and sound over there. Just hanging out. Calling the Pirates. The pitch. That's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. 1-1. That's defense, yeah. Atlanta's pretty good. 1-1. Benoit checks on the runner and delivers. That's going to be fouled back. 1-2. Oh, I just saw the only perform well when it doesn't matter. We're already losing. Yeah. No, I got you. I mean, kind of. It does feel like that way right now. 1-2. The pitch. That's once again fouled back. Olsen just spoiling that. 1-2 yet again. Chilling now. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. One and 2 count, 2 outs, runner on first and second here in the bottom of the 8th. Braves leading the Pirates 6-3. Benoit readies and fires, and that's once again fouled back. Once again, it's 1-2. Jeez, Wilson will not go quietly into the night. The pitch. Well, there he goes. Finally, he struck him out. Woo-hoo! We go to the top of the ninth. The Pirates, one last opportunity to make some magic. They trail the Braves 6-3. So 3 outs, and the Pirates are done, but we'll see what they can do. This chair's kind of squeaking. Oh, well. All right, the Orioles again leading the Blue Jays 11-3. Astros leading the A's 5-0. Indians leading 2-0 over the Rangers. Reds and Cardinals 3-3 as they go to the 5th. The Rockies leading 2-1 over the Brewers. Royals 1, Twins 0. Final scores. We have some final scores actually. Again, everyone knows the Giants all over the Cubs today, 18-3. The Tigers over the Mariners 7-3. Phillies over the White Sox 8-6. The Red Sox over the Yankees 5-3. Rays over the Marlins 6-0. And Boston over New York 5-3. New York Yankees, by the way, they lost. I don't know if I mentioned that. Okay, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure, of course, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Of course, again, we'll see what the Pirates can do, but they're not looking too ideal. And again, a reminder that, yes, the streak of 64 days in a row will conclude today. I'm very sorry. I'll be gone, though, tomorrow. Won't be in town for the Pirates-Braves game. I'll be back, of course, Braves-Pirates Sunday for the conclusion of the series. And, of course, we'll get back into action there again, of course, with the Pirates-Dodgers and so forth. So hopefully I see you then. Hopefully you leave a like. Hopefully you sub to the channel. It is free. Again, thank you for the likes. 222 likes. That'll work. That will definitely work. Thank you for that. That is great stuff. And thank you, guys. Again, we hit 9,300, though. Could use some more. Usually I lose about a sub or two every time I go to sleep. That's just the way it goes. They like now, but then whenever they wake up, they're like, you know, I gotta unsub to that guy. I gotta unsub. That's just the way it goes. Swing and a miss as we're underway here in the top of the ninth. Brian Reynolds leading off for the Pirates. Let me go ahead and fix this. Gotta get that there. Raziel Iglesias, .96 ERA. He has just been good. Again, the Braves bullpen is flat out elite. 0-1 to Reynolds. Here's the pitch. That's downstairs, ball one. Reynolds 0 for 3 on the night. Reynolds is scheduled to be followed by Marcell Ozuna and O'Neal Cruz. And thank you, Anthony. Should have a good time as that's downstairs 2-1 to Reynolds. And you can blame Tom Grossi. That's the only reason I'm leaving. 2-1. Iglesias delivers. That's in there for a called strike. 2-2. 96 at the knees. Boy, Ghana, Atlanta, no. No, por favor, Edward. 2-2. And there's going to be a balk. Iglesias slips. So 3-2 now to Reynolds. Says that was kind of weird. Would have been nice if there was someone on base. A lot of balks lately. I don't know what the heck. I mean, we went through, I think, the first 2.5, 3 months of the season with no balks, and then the last few days, balk, and there's a walk. So Reynolds draws another walk. This guy drawing walks at an impressive rate. That'll bring up Marcell Ozuna's 1 for 3. He will not be pinch hit for. No Ryan O'Hearn tonight. Kind of weird. Here's what it is, though. Reynolds takes his lead. Iglesias delivers. That's going to be a fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Long streak of 64 GGs. Yep. 0-1 the pitch. That's going to be off the plate there, though. They're going to challenge. It's going to be close. It's a strike. Unbelievable. Just barely catching the strike zone. 0-2. We come back. The counter should change the days since Tom Grossi met me. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah, that definitely. I don't know if that one happens. That would be funny, though. Jesus Christ. 0-2 counts. Iglesias rocks and fires. As that's going to be set. And that drops in for a single. Marcell Ozuna. A 2-hit ball game in his return to Atlanta. As now there's thundering and lightning outside. That's great. But the Pirates are in business. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. That'll bring up O'Neal Cruz. It's 0 for 3 tonight, due for a hit. There's a little bit of delay. I guess they're a little bit worried. And Cruz, a guy that obviously has the power to change the game. The pitch, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1, 88 on the changeup. O'Hearn is going to be due up with that. 0-1 the pitch. That's going to be downstairs. It's going to challenge again. This one, again, another close one. And that is a strike. Unbelievable. So Leo not really good at the plate, but behind the plate, really good. He should be calling balls and strikes whenever he's done. 0-2 to Cruz. So he's going to be in swing mode as Iglesias sets and fires. That's down and away, 1-2. 89 on the changeup. DFA that guy. Oh, for sure. Cruz missile would be great. 1-2. Iglesias shakes his head. Doesn't like the sign and delivers. That's going to be inside. 2-2. No challenge there from Leon. July 19th, 2025 was the last time Iglesias surrendered a home run. The 2-2, that's going to be fouled back. Iglesias has been pitching extremely well for almost a year now. It was 0-2, now it's 2-2. Cruz battling back the pitch. That's down to the dirt, 3-2 to O'Neal Cruz. And again, O'Hearn is the scheduled pinch hitter for the password. Password he might just be cooked at this point. 3-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fooled him with the changeup. That'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn. And O'Hearn has been pretty good as of late. Batting in the 290s. Was given the night off because, well, you know, I don't know. Actually, no one knows. Here is the pitch. That's going to be downstairs. Called a strike. O'Hearn's going to challenge. And I think he's going to win this because that seemed low. That was low. There we go. So it's 1-0 to O'Hearn. We also see another comeback win. It would be awesome. That would be fantastic. 1-1 to O'Hearn as the rain is pouring where I am. Not in Atlanta, though. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Fooling with the changeup. The changeup. Fooling the Pirates. 1-2 count. Runners on first and second, one out. Iglesias kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Or wait, is it one? Wait, okay, never mind. It is a 1-2 right now. I apologize. I thought it was already two strikes. Okay, yeah. All right, well, it's a 1-2 right now. So my apologies. The pitch. That's a ground ball to second. Tosses to second. Throw to first. Double play. And this game is over. All right. Well, the Pirates, again, had a nice third inning, but nothing really else until the ninth. Again, they were 0 for what? 0 for 16. 0 for almost 18 at one point. That was really rough. 0 for 16. Braves win 6-3. Braves move to 43-21. Pirates get their 30th loss of the season. They are now 34-30. So, folks, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It is free. Again, the streak of 64 days in a row stream does end tonight. I will not be back tomorrow. I will be in Houston, so I'll be away. But yeah, I will catch you guys later. I will see you guys Sunday. Again, if you have MLB Network, it will be on that channel, 4:10 Eastern, 3:10 Central, I believe. So, yeah. That's really all. So, again, I'll see you Sunday. Hopefully, you guys all have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you guys later. That's pretty much it. Y'all take care. Peace out, Doc. Good night. Stay safe. Like and sub before you go if you haven't done so already. And of course, again, if you want some more content, I will be redirecting you guys over to a friend of the channel, Rising Rhino, where he is calling the Canadian Football League. Peace. See you guys Sunday.
Scoreboard glowing through the summer haze. Crowd still buzzing from the final play. Some teams celebrate, some walk away. But tomorrow brings another game. Fastballs under the city lights. Late night drives and highlight nights. Every inning tells a story new, and we got to live it here with you. One last inning before the lights go low. Another baseball night in the books now. From coast to coast, every team, every town. Dr. Delay signing off for now. From the Bronx to the Western Coast, Chicago Knights and St. Louis Hopes, Dodger Blue and Pittsburgh Gold. Every season writes its soul. Seattle rain and Texas heat, Atlanta crowds on their feet. 30 teams chasing October dreams. Baseball means more than it seems. Yeah. Black and gold, vodka by the river shine. PNC lights look good at night. Win or lose, we still believe that one great season waits ahead. The many spirit in the air, every summer still feels there. And when the final out fades away, we'll see you next time on Dr. Delay. One last inning before the lights go low. Another baseball night in the books now. Thanks for riding with us through every play. Good night from Dr. Delay.